Hi, this is Hallie, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to do oropharyngeal suctioning. And for this procedure, they technically say it's modified sterility, but it really just depends on the facility that you're at. Some of them are fully sterile, it really just depends. But the main thing is that you want to keep your sterile hand as your dominant hand, and then your non-sterile as your non-dominant. There we go. But I am left-handed, so my left hand is going to be my sterile, and my right is my non-dominant, and it still remains clean, but it is not sterile technically. Before you go into your patient's room, you want to do your standard procedures. Your AIDIT, you want to wash your hands, just basically like your checks, your rights, and go ahead and get them into their semi-Fowler's position, and give them a linen pad for their chest so they can keep secretions off of them and their clothes. For yourself, you want to get your gown on, face mask, goggles, gloves, and all that to keep yourself safe from their secretions and that they don't get on you. For suctioning in adults, you want to make sure that it is at 100 to 150 millimeters of mercury. Children, it is 100 to 120 millimeters of mercury, and infants is 50 to 95 millimeters of mercury. So go ahead and get your stuff that you need for your suctioning, and we'll set that up. I'll show you the supplies you need. I've already opened my kit here, but this is what it is. And with all this, since it's sterile, you want to make sure you remember to stay within those borders when you're opening it up. I've got my tubing that comes in that kit and my sterile gloves already. And also you will need some sterile saline, and I have some nail polish remover for mine. And then you'll also need this bin here to keep your saline in. Okay, and like I said, go ahead and give them that linen pad. Just make sure they're all ready to go and that you're ready and you have all your supplies out. You want to then put on your sterile gloves, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And pick this up. Okay, so my gloves are on and I am sterile. You want to go ahead and pour your sterile saline into your bin here. So I'm going to take my right hand, since it's my non-dominant, and this is my dirty hand. So I'm going to take this, and usually it is like a twist off cap, whatever they usually have at the hospital. I don't have the supplies for that. And then you're going to pour this into your bin, and usually it's like a twist and pour, or however that works. Okay, and but just like I said, make sure this hand stays sterile and this hand is your dirty. So next you're going to connect your tubing using your non-dominant hand. So that's for the tubing that you're going to connect to. And then this hand you will be using for the catheter on your tubing that is in your thing here. I'm going to go ahead and take that out. Get that set up and ready. Okay, so that's ready. So once you get that all set up, you want to set that tubing into your sterile solution, so that is ready to go. Also, you can check the line by like closing it up or occluding it just to make sure that it's working. To determine the length for your tubing, you want to take your tubing like this, and it's going to go to the edge of the mouth to the earlobe, and then you're going to measure it just to make sure that you get it to the predetermined length. And once you get that, you want to place your tubing into your lubricant so that it is also ready to go. You want to go in with the tubing from the, I'll show you, from the corner of the mouth, so you're not going like straight back and just gagging them. So you want to go make sure that you're going in at an angle and giving them time to process. You want to make sure you go slow so that you're not overwhelming them, and just go to the predetermined length. And when you withdraw it, you want to hold over the control port. So that's important too. When you do section, you want to make sure that you are sectioning for a max of 15 seconds and that you don't go past 5 minutes. So 15 seconds and 5 minutes is the key. But just do whatever is necessary. I mean, you don't have to go for the full 5 minutes. Just get done what you need to get done. So next you need to disconnect your tubing and make sure that it's free to go. And you're going to wrap it into your hand, and you're going to dispose it into your trash can and take off your glove at the same time. So we got our gloves off. We're going to take this next one off. And you would have like a disposable bin or whatever next to you. I didn't bring a trash can over here because I didn't think of it. But like I said, make sure you coil that up in your hand and slip your finger in and throw it in your trash can. To get out the stuff that you like suctioned up in your tubing, you can place the tubing and dip it in the sterile saline that you had. And that's basically it. So once you're finished, you're going to do your hand hygiene, throw away all your items, provide mouth care as needed, give them their call light, and place them in a comfortable position in their bed, and just make sure that everything's working on them, and let them know that you will be back to check on them. And that's it. Thank you.